Again, I'm the first one here.
I'm here.
Ah, there she is.
I am here and I'm so mad and I am so apologetic to anyone that's here watching us right now about my ridiculous internet right now. However, gonna look into some things tomorrow and see what's going on. So I apologize for that. I do have like a 2 second delay. So
So that
anyway,
means that I can say something right now and you're not going to hear it for 2 seconds.
no, I'll hear you immediately, but
Well, well, shit. There that goes. There goes that plan.
oh god.
Oh, that's
Anyway,
funny.
everybody, welcome Sue back. Woo-hoo!
Hey, I'm back. Had a
She's
nice little
back.
vacation, but I'm back.
How was
It
it?
was nice. It was very busy, um,
Yeah.
but it was just fun. It was fun to be with my friend.
How
We've
dare you
known each
go on
other.
vacation? How
Oh
dare you
yeah.
go on vacation and make Michelle get me back into streaming?
I know.
And
Well,
now he has a
uh,
weekly appointment on Wednesdays for what you talking about, Rev.
yeah, it was
It's gonna
fun.
be
I'm
fun.
glad, but I'm glad to be back.
I'm glad you're back. Take a
I
minute and
love the
say,
camel that tried to get in your car.
That was oh my gosh. I have to say this real quick. So we went through the drive-through wild, life safari thingy, and I don't know the name of them.
alpaca.
Yeah, that they spit.
Yeah.
So one sneezed in the car so bad, and I could have swore it got my friend on the side of the face, but she turned so quick enough that it didn't. It went
Oh
all in my
God.
car, in the front, my whole window,
Blech.
the
Yuck.
windshield, and it stunk so bad. We had to hurry and get away from them and roll down the window because it stunk so bad. I
Oh my
haven't laughed.
gosh.
I haven't laughed that hard in so long. I mean,
That's
it
so
was
funny.
just like the gut wrenching laugh. We were crying. It was just,
Oh my
it was so
God.
funny. They're really cool. Yeah, if you don't get your window closed up quick enough, they will come and just like push in your car. It was fun though.
Oh, I have seen
Oh my
so
God.
many
So funny.
videos of that on Facebook and Twitter of
Yeah.
camels
Oh,
and
absolutely.
alpacas
Yeah.
that are just like, hey, we know you guys got the treat buckets in there.
Yep.
So we're going to come in and we're going to take the entire bucket. Whoa! Hello.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just a second. I'm gonna have to mute for a second.
Okay. Woo, Lord. Okay. So, Will, if you're here, thank you for joining us. I don't know if he's here or not, but he won't comment. So, anyway,
He won't
Heidi,
comment. He's
no,
here and he won't comment. I'm going to
I'm pretty
cry.
sure he's here. I know. He may
I'm going
say
to cry.
something, but I doubt it. Glad you're here, Will. Saying
Meredith is going to,
hello.
you're going to make
Okay,
the,
sorry about that.
Okay. Um, hey, Grace and Mo B, unveiling. Who else have I got here? Charla, yay! Glad you're here. Did I miss anybody? Unveiling Charla. Mocking Media. Yes, Mocking Media. Before we get started with what you talking about, Rev, I do want to say, and many of you may not know this about me, but I am anytime there is a high school shooting, it really affects me. Okay. So, I mean, it really does. And of course, I'm sure if you've been watching the news today, everybody knows of the school shooting that happened about 10:30 Eastern time this morning in Appalachia High School in Winder, Georgia, which is 40 miles northeast of Atlanta. The high school has about 1,900 students. In this shooting, there are 4 dead, 2 teachers, 2 students, 30 injured, 9 hospitalized. Now, the 30 injured does not mean that all these 30 were shot, like they could have gotten hurt trying to get out of the building or, all that kind of stuff. Um, and what really has me so downtrodden about this is that the shooter is a 14-year-old child. Okay. Um, I just want everybody to just take a minute and just, remember these families in this community in your prayers, thoughts, whatever you do, because, like I said, these are always so unnerving to me. Ever since Columbine. That's all I'm going to say about that. This is a fun stream, right? We're going to do a little bit of talking with Rev and find out what you talking about, Rev.
What you talking about, Maynard?
Oh my goodness. So what are you talking
how do you
about?
how do you expect me to follow that up? I mean, you're bringing up this thing, and it's just like it's a horrible thing, and then you want me to talk
Right.
about something fun?
Yeah, make us
Yeah.
laugh.
Yeah, make us laugh. That's the whole thing. We need laughter. So
Let me tell you about something, brother.
ah.
That still hurts.
Oh my god. That sounded like Hulk Hogan, maybe.
I don't know, but then again, I can also do Dusty Rhodes, baby.
Oh, Dusty Rhodes.
Yep.
See, we're
Look,
all
yeah,
so
pumpkin head.
knowledgeable.
Look, you
Oh.
little pumpkin head. I can tell you just how this is gonna go down between me and Ric Flair.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God. Ric Flair and all his glory.
Yep.
Except
What
when
was
he,
his
almost died during his last match because he's such a stubborn old coot.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree. I just saw
But
something about him on Twitter a couple weeks ago, a tweet he had made, and I went to. He looks horrible. Oh.
he's old as hell,
Ooh.
still thinking that he can follow the lifestyle that he always has. Ric Flair.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God.
But okay, so
Mobay wants you to talk about floor scrubbers.
no, this is not the tequila episode.
Oh God. Okay, that'll be the next episode.
I don't
Yeah.
think so. You said I can choose the subjects of this one.
That's true.
Which-
Yes, I did.
Which, why the hell would you give me that kind of power?
Because you come up with some of the best stuff. He's got to be 100, unveiling said. I'm assuming she's talking about old Ric Flair.
Ric Flair. Yeah.
Yes.
Ric Flair,
Yeah.
real name Richard Fleer.
Wow. You were
Oh,
very
really?
smart.
He's
I
only
didn't know that.
75.
Oh,
Oh, was that all?
Yep, 75 years old.
he's younger than my mama.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
15 years older than me, but I didn't get a ring for 3/4 of my life and let people beat me up, I guess, take steroids and all that crap that they were doing in the early years. So, it's no secret.
Early years, are you freaking insane? They're still doing.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously? See, I thought that had
I-
been stopped.
I started watching that wrestling
Uh-huh.
in the 80s, the early 80s, with
Yeah.
my husband.
Yes.
What wrestling did you watch back then?
Well, I watched like Hulk Hogan.
Oh, so
Andre the
WWF stuff, or
Yeah.
did you watch it in the AWA?
I don't think it was AWA. I think it was WWF.
Okay,
Yeah.
because where Hulk Hogan got his start, really became known was the AWA, which was Vern Gagne's territory. Because you got to
Okay.
remember, before WWF and their national expansion, the entire United States was separated into territories.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So Vern Gagne ran basically Upper Peninsula, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minneapolis, and a couple other surrounding areas.
huh.
And that was the AWA. Down south, where Ric Flair came in, that was the Crockett promotion. That was their territory, the southern.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, they were the Crockett's.
Right, I
And
remember that too.
Yep, and then it got bought out by Ted Turner, and it became WCW.
Okay.
Oh, I
So
remember that. WCW. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
yep, that's
Yeah.
that's where I really. I was never. Here's the funny thing: I didn't get into WWF until later. I was
Yeah.
a WCW guy.
I think that's what we were. WCW.
Yeah, because I mean, in
Yeah.
the 80s it was WWF, and then
Right.
Vince created the National Expansion,
Right.
where he basically stole all the talent from all the territories and starved them out. And then he became, he just, with WrestleMania 1, he changed everything.
Oh, yes, he did.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. We started, I would say, yeah, it was the mid 80s when we started. We got married in 85. So we started watching,
That's right around the time of WrestleMania 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When,
And we
here, let me
started
look
watching it.
this
We
up real
went to
fast.
them at the, downtown Tacoma. We went to the matches they would do. And oh my gosh, I can't believe I was into wrestling. And now
The original.
son
Okay.
is, yeah.
Oh, wrestling's cool. I enjoy it
Yeah.
still.
Oh, my son does
WrestleMania
too.
1 took place on March 31st, 1985.
Wow. That's the year I got married. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right.
Yep. So, yeah, so that was the year of the national expansion hitting.
Right.
And the two big companies at that point were Vince, WWF,
Yes.
Right.
and the Crockett's. The Crockett's were probably one of the. It went WWF, then the Crockett promotion as far as size. Then you had other guys in Oregon and California and stuff like that. But eventually, all the territories went away because of Vince's expansion and eating up all the talent. So they
He
were
absolutely did.
Yeah, he was left with the ham and eggers. Not the superstars.
Right.
And then after a while, the Crockett's, they ended up being like $4 million in debt or more.
Right.
And had to sell. So they sold it to Ted Turner and WCW, but they still worked on the product for a while. And then it went through, for WCW, they went through a whole bunch of stuff, and I remember back in the 80s, after Saturday morning cartoons, there was a wrestling show that came on. Plus, there was the Rock and Wrestling when I was really young.
Oh, yeah.
The cartoon. And that was all my introduction. I mean, I had the original Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant and Junkyard Dog figures. They were about 8 inches tall. You couldn't pose them, and they were big pieces of rubber.
I didn't have any of those, but yeah.
So, growing up, I knew mostly WWF.
Right.
Then when I got older, because I had always known about WWF, then in the 90s, my friend would start taping Monday Night Nitro for me.
Oh,
which is WCW.
Right, yeah.
And I just fell in love with it because this is around the time of the NWO, where Hulk Hogan turned heel.
Right.
I mean, I loved like Ultimate Warrior back in the late 80s and early 90s. I was an Ultimate Warrior fan for WWF. And then, and about 97 is when I really started watching because they launched the NWO in 96. And then I really started watching, and I would watch every week because my friend would tape it and then bring it over. So
On a
97,
VCR, on a VCR tape.
yep,
Oh
it would be
yeah.
a VCR tape that he'd have to do an EP, so the image sucked
Yeah.
Right.
because because that's the way that you doubled the amount of time that you had on the tape, and tapes were,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
SP was 2 hours, EP was 4 hours, so you
Yep.
tape 4 hours,
Oh my
and
God.
yeah.
Wow.
So
Look how
that's
far
also
we've come.
that's also coincidentally the year that I first owned a VCR. So
Oh.
so yeah, he'd bring over the tapes every week. He'd set it up to record because he lived with his mom, and then when
Ooh.
he'd
Okay.
come and visit his dad, and well, he didn't see much of his dad. He was more down at. He's one of my oldest friends. I've known him literally since he was born.
Yeah.
And he's one of my oldest friends, and so he'd tape these Monday Nitros for me. He for some, I don't know why, but he knew how to program the VCR properly. Probably the one that taught his parents.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, how do you set the clock on this damn thing?
Yeah, that sounds like me back then and today.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that used to sound like me. Now, we don't have VCRs and stuff, so we
No,
got
but
these here computer things.
computers and internet TVs and Roku's and all that garbage and crap. And I'm glad I've got older children that and grandchildren that know what the heck they're doing. So there's that.
Otherwise, you'd just be
Yeah.
lost, wouldn't you?
Absolutely, like I'm lost right now.
I
Okay,
always
so
have my
question.
son.
Who was your all-time favorite wrestler? Reverend Ruin, to you first.
Sting, the man called Sting,
Ah, yes.
Randy
because
Malcolm Savage.
oh ho ho ho.
Wow.
Put
Okay.
into Slim
I
Jim.
liked him.
Yeah. Or actually, no, it's yeah.
Yeah.
My
I
son
loved
can
him.
do it.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
So mine
Moby,
has
you
always
know how
been Hulk Hogan. Yes, Stone Cold Steve Austin too.
Yes,
Oh
that was
my
my son's
Stone
God.
Cold
favorite.
was awesome. My second favorite was Undertaker.
Yes. Yes.
Mark
Yes.
Calloway. Oh my
Who?
gosh.
Yes.
Oh, The Undertaker?
Yep. His real
Yes.
name is Mark Calloway.
And
Yeah.
Kane. Kane too.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
Glenn Jacobs. They are not related in any way in real life.
I know, but it was so good, for the
Oh, the
thing. And then
story was so good.
yes, it was Stone Cold. Yes. Okay. Who was your favorite female wrestler?
I don't
Alundra
have one.
Blaze, also known as
Okay.
Medusa.
Medusa. Okay. So what did you say?
I don't have one.
Okay, I do. Unfortunately, she has passed away, and that was China.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
right.
Joni
Yeah.
Lawler. Yeah, she was really
Yeah,
good. It really
I
she
never
was.
sucks. It really sucks that she hasn't been officially put in the Hall of Fame.
I know.
Yeah.
She deserves it, and it's because when her career hit the skids, and to be honest, she brought some of that on herself.
Right.
She acted like she was irreplaceable and found out that nobody's irreplaceable.
Right. Yeah.
Except maybe Hulk Hogan back in the 80s.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
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 I mean,
She
back when
was
he was
gorgeous,
still,
Moby.
she was even, I don't know why she got the facial feminization surgery, because she was beautiful to begin with.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
Mocking Media said also Andre the Giant. I remember him too.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember when Hulk Hogan body slammed him?
Yes.
And it wasn't for the first time. It was actually the second time that Hulk Hogan ever body slammed him.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know
And
Oh,
that. I
wow.
back
just
in
saw.
the 70s, he was body slammed all the time.
Oh, really?
They
Oh wow.
retconned his history to make it be that
Well,
nobody ever body slammed him before. And
Oh,
because
wow.
the internet wasn't there and it happened in the territories, they were able to pull it off. Oh, Lita
Oh,
was good
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Lita was really good.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
there's just so many of them, and so
I
many.
just never got
Oh,
into the girls. Into them wrestling. I just never did.
I did when China came into it,
Yeah.
and
And
then
then I
I watched
remembered
everything
them.
she did. Yeah.
well,
Which
now they've
one
got the
body
entire.
slammed Richard Belzer?
That wasn't a body slam. It was a front face lock that Hulk Hogan put on him, and Richard Belzer was speeding so high on cocaine that the moment that Hogan tightened up that front face lock, Belzer passed out
Mm.
Oh,
and then hit his
wow.
head, and then Belzer won enough from the lawsuit to buy his French chalet, which he had named Shea Hogan.
Ah, wow. Well, okay. I can't remember his name, but do y'all remember the one that had the sock puppet?
Mankind, also known
Yes.
as Mick Foley, also known as Cactus
Yeah.
Jack.
Mick
Yep.
Foley. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I liked him a little bit. Hey, Evan. Good to see you, buddy.
Oh, there's Evan. Awesome. Yeah,
Yes.
Mick was freaking excellent. And when they brought him in, um, and this has been verified by Mick, by Vince, by everybody. Oh, Chief J Strongbow, that's going back. Um, when they brought Mick in, the guy that brought him in was Jim Ross, good old JR. He was trying to bring him in, trying to bring him in, trying to bring him in. So finally, Vince gives in and go and didn't think that Mick would ever draw a single dime. And he goes, you know what? We'll bring him in just because I want you to know what it is to have your heart broken. He told that to Jim Ross. Well, then they put him in the mask because he's like, I don't want to look at Mike's face. His name is Mick. I always call him Mike. So they put him in the mask, and he got so popular, so just majorly popular that it just Vince had to eat his
Wow.
words, and then
Right.
of course Dude Love, and that was a true story about how he had been as a teenager. He play acted and cosplayed and did stuff as a fictional character called Dude Love. Mick did. So Vince loved the idea for some reason. So there became the three faces of Foley: Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and Mankind.
Right. Okay.
He also, I believe, in the 1998 Royal Rumble entered as all three personas.
Hmm.
Got thrown out and came back for the next one.
Right. Hi Rose, it's good to see you. And we're not the mean girls, but uh, she said the Undertaker creeps her out, but Tim loves him. Chief J Strongbow was my fave.
Chief J Strongbow was big in the territories. And then he worked behind the scenes at WWF as a producer and stuff.
Mm,
He was he
okay.
was he was really big, more in the 70s.
Whoops.
So
Hmm. Yeah, I don't remember that name.
You might remember Tatanka, who played an Indian, but actually wasn't. But Chief J Strongbow was the real thing. Then you got, that brings to mind Mad Dog Vachon and Kevin Sullivan, who just died earlier this year. Kind of recently, too.
There's been a lot. Chris Angle. Do you remember him?
Kurt Angle's
Yeah,
not
I
dead.
remember that name.
Kurt. Yes, Kurt Angle. I'm sorry.
Kurt Angle died?
Oh, I don't know. I was just asking if you remembered him.
Oh, no. He's 55.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I remember him. I remember him when he first came in, when he still had hair.
yes, pretty hair too. And then there was a set of twins that had long blonde hair. I can't remember who they were though. Y'all remember the twins with blonde hair? Yeah, I remember. Big John Studd, Mocking Media said.
Yep, Big John Studd, who went up against Andre the Giant in a body slam competition and lost. And Andre went off script and started throwing the real money into the crowd.
Oh, wow. Oh. Vince was so arrogant and shady, says Moby, and I think he still is, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he always has been. He's from... he actually stole WCW's time slot at one time.
Oh, my goodness.
So,
right.
Yeah, Jake the Snake went through
I
hell,
remember him.
but he's doing pretty good now.
Do you remember Mike the Miz?
Yes.
Oh, the Miz, yeah.
Yeah.
He was on MTV show The Real World or Road Rules. And then he was on the show The Challenge. Yeah, he did some of the reunions. I didn't remember him. I remember him on the Road Rules, but I didn't remember him at wrestling. And then I was watching him, and I had to ask my son, "Who is that?"
I remember him now. You said that.
The Miz is cool.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he's an interesting guy. I mean, he really paved a unique way for him to come for his path to the WWE.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's talk about the use of steroids by these places, or is that a forbidden subject? Because
I don't care.
It's
just back in the day.
Yeah.
They all did them because it was about, sometimes you had athletic territories and sometimes you had big man territories. Well, most of them started being big man territories.
Right.
So the bigger your build, the better you'd be pushed.
Yeah, and I understand that. I do. They weren't illegal though back in the day.
No, they weren't. They weren't.
Okay. And
I mean, Ultimate Warrior, he got fired, I believe, the second time for failing the wellness test.
Right.
Because he started taking steroids again and wasn't supposed to. And
oh my goodness.
But they're allowed to take steroids when they're recovering from injury.
Right.
And the only reason that roids weren't banned until 1991, it's kind of a loose policy again. But the only reason that Vince outright banned them was because they were trying to get them for it. They were trying to get them for distribution.
Well, I mean, there's no telling really, but
Oh,
Um,
Vince has been on him himself.
Oh yeah, yeah, he has. Yep,
yeah, I've seen him buffed up and pumped up before. So yeah,
yep,
Yeah, and
but
you don't. I'm sorry, that ain't all natural.
yeah, yeah,
right, just like I mean, look at Hulk still today. Still
Oh,
today.
he's real thin compared to what he was back
right.
in the day.
Right.
I mean, he's got the old man underarms that I
Yeah,
already
he's
have at
showing his
45.
age. He's
Well, I
Yeah.
starting
mean,
to
he
show
is,
it.
but his arms are still huge, you know. And
Yeah,
if you don't count the skin that's sagging a little bit, but um,
yeah,
his like okay, we just saw him at the RNC, and I was shocked, really, because his build was still he still had part of his build, yes. So,
Yeah, but his
um,
build nowadays is natural.
yeah.
oh,
It's a
you think so?
natural build. Yeah,
Okay,
he's too
okay.
old to be doing anabolics.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Hogan has
okay.
absolutely.
some brain issues showing. Some. He's trying to
Yeah.
retcon all of his history.
Oh
Oh.
yeah.
Um. Oh my gosh, Eben. Okay. So I guess I know what
What do you say? Well,
he said.
obviously Hogan has
Obviously,
some.
Hogan. Right. Okay. Yeah, I get
Uh,
that joke very well. Skin
yeah,
sagging is unavoidable at a certain age. You're exactly right. Yep. Yeah, I know you were being facetious. Mhm.
No, but he definitely has brain issues.
Oh,
yeah,
Not
really?
just. Well, I mean, number one, he showed up at the RNC.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
And
He does. I mean, it's I mean, look, how many times can you get you know
Oh yeah,
hit in the head and
yeah. I mean, almost
yeah.
every wrestler that's surviving today from the 80s and 90s has CTE,
Oh yeah,
stenosis, and all kinds of stuff.
exactly.
right.
And they
Um.
won't know the CT till they're dead.
Uh.
So they can do a
Yeah.
test on
That's
their
sad.
brain. Yeah.
Uh.
Well, there's a
Evan, I
lot of.
got the joke too. So just saying, I got your
He
joke
got the
too.
joke, but she's a conservative. I most
Oh,
certainly am not. But we're not
yeah.
going to talk politics yet.
No, we're not.
No, we're going to have to sell tickets to that one.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
Well,
We're gonna
Fox
have to
Okay.
News
have
says this.
we're gonna have to have security for that one.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have
Listen, I
security
was
and
told
bouncers.
I was told by a very wise friend of ours that it's not a good idea to talk politics with Reverend Ruin. Well, Reverend Ruin, I have been, because he told me, he's like, yeah, I've been some digging. I do digging and I get the facts. Well, I'm doing some digging too. And I'm telling you, before the election, Reb, we're going to square up and we're going to have Sue and somebody else that wants to do it be the moderators. Okay.
For what?
Okay, we're not talking politics anymore, Rose, for a debate between Reb and I. He's not saying nothing.
No, because you're going to literally have to pay me to do that debate because I'm not going to do it otherwise because that's a friendship ender.
I
Yeah.
know. I'm just messing there. No, we're not going to do it, Evan, because um, we jab back and forth at each other, but that's the end of it, because I'm definitely not going to ruin a friendship. So
No,
anyway, let's go back to
it's not.
no. Okay, so
I don't know if
um,
enough people are willing to donate into a pot to pay me $300. I'll do it.
oh God,
But not, and I'll even have I'll agree not to do any live fact checking.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now let's forget it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're forgetting it. Oh my gosh. So Evan said he almost lost his mother-in-law over that today, but I agreed to disagree. And then my father-in-law blocked him on
Blocked him
Facebook.
on Facebook. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Wow. Well, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
some of us have. Okay, if I lose power,
uh-huh.
then you just know that I'm just be warned, because I'm seeing some power flickers.
Okay.
Oh. Are you
Okay.
having a
So,
storm where you're at?
yeah.
That's what's weird. There isn't.
Oh.
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And say the
So,
screenshot archive now. Rev grifting for dollar.
no,
Let them bring it on.
that's asking
Oh,
me to perform like a dancing pony, and I get paid for that
Yeah. There you go.
because
There you
I'm at the Pink Pony Club.
oh my gosh.
I'm
Oh
just
yeah.
a dancer at the Pink Pony Club.
Oh my gosh. That's an inside joke too. So we'll have to tell you about what happened with that later.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's get back to wrestling, Reverend Ruin. So you don't watch today's stuff, am I right?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
It's just that I'm kind of fair weather with recent stuff.
Uh-huh.
Generally, I pick it up around November, and then I'll watch it through until WrestleMania, which is usually in March or April.
Right.
So about half the year, I'll watch at least the what used to be called pay-per-views, which are now premium live events because they're on streaming.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so I'll catch those. Raw is coming to Netflix next year, I believe. So I'll probably start catching Raw. I do have cable. I just don't watch TV.
Yeah.
I put movies on and binge television series
Right.
Yeah.
while I'm drawing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I can understand that. I don't watch it anymore. As a matter
My
of
son
fact,
watches it all the time.
I take
the
it back.
last
There's one thing that we watch.
what's that?
Sven Gulli on MeTV.
Who?
Sven Gulli.
What the heck?
He's a B-movie horror host, like Elvira was,
Okay.
but
Okay.
Oh.
he's a big fat guy.
That's why
So
I don't watch them.
So I relate.
Oh yeah, Rose. Having to call the cable company to order the pay-per-view events.
Yep.
Yep. That's and then you'd have to go in and get that descrambler box and everything.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah. My sons went to a couple. Went to a couple of wrestling events before we moved. So yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, I've gone to a couple live events, and
Uh-huh.
one was of a regional Wisconsin kind of promotion called the Great Lakes Championship Wrestling, GLCW. And this was when I was living in Wisconsin. So I went there and I got to meet the Road Dogg, Jesse James.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Wow. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah. And on the way there, I bought his figure, and I've got it sitting here signed by him.
Oh wow. Cool.
Yep. And then I got some independent wrestlers that are coming up. I've got signed 8x10s by them. It was a really fun show. I took my son for one of his birthdays.
Oh wow. I bet that was a good time.
Yeah, it
time.
was a lot of fun. And then there was Marquette Mania this year. I wanted to go, but I couldn't afford it. My son was able to go though.
Did he have a good time?
The last one, my son went to the last one he went to was WrestleMania.
Oh man, that's expensive.
Yeah, he went to that in Tacoma, and I made him a sign, and can't remember what the sign was about. It was somebody who likes cobras or something like that.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, yeah. I made
Okay,
that sign.
that's okay. Number one, it's not somebody who likes cobras. That's a streaming series based off of the Karate Kid.
Oh, that's just what I remember. I didn't know if he liked it or what it was, but I remember Cobra. But yeah.
Okay,
Ooh,
Jake the
Halloween
Snake.
is really good.
Yeah, I made him.
I
I
saw
made a
that.
sign for him.
I remember Jake the Snake Robertson now came out with a python, right? Is that what that snake was?
Sometimes it was a python, sometimes it was a boa.
Okay.
It was whatever one they could find locally. One of them, he did have a regular snake for a while. Actually, there's a funny story about that.
Okay.
So Jake the Snake was living with Diamond Dallas Page and Dallas Page's wife at the time. And, Dallas is just loving it and stuff. And until he comes home one day and he finds Jake searching high and low over the entire house. And he's like, what's going on? He went, dude, no, you don't understand. The cobra got out.
Oh.
What?
Oh,
The
no.
cobra got out. You brought a cobra into my house? Yeah, and it got out.
Oh,
I can't find it. They finally found it curled up in a heating vent.
Oh no.
Oh gosh. Mm.
And DDP says, yeah, Jake no longer was staying with us after that.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah.
Did you do that, Rev? What was
that was me. Sorry, that was my phone.
Oh, okay.
I thought I had my sound down and I didn't.
Santino Marella with that stupid snake thing. Santino Marella nearly got his ass kicked by Jim Cornette.
Okay. I don't remember Santino. Yeah, Marella.
Yeah, I don't remember that one at all.
I don't either. Anyway, it's there was just so many, there's so many, and I can remember so many good times, watching that, because my kids were young. Huh?
Even my mother would watch with me and my friend.
Yes.
And she'd be like, okay, so explain this to me. And she'd be watching and frowning. Now, this is the woman who played Super Mario Kart and turned the entire controller to turn the car.
Okay, I did that too. Me too. I'm guilty.
Well, I remember when my son started watching it with his older cousin. He got him into it. And then he would come home and he's like, oh my gosh, Mom, Chris told me this and this is about these. And he couldn't think of the name. And his dad and I would say the name. And he's like, how do you know wrestlers' names, Mom? Like I wasn't supposed to. I'm like, dude, I've been watching wrestling before you were even an apple in my eye.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you turned the whole controller too, Rose.
Yeah. But yeah,
Go ahead, Red.
So that's one of my good memories of something that I used to do. Something that my mom and I would watch.
That's cool.
Along with my friend.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of good memories. Okay, so
yeah.
The ones that I do have, I really cherish, and her. Oh my God, when I had Duck Hunt, I cussed that dog out. She was this evangelical, conservative, no cussing, no rock and roll music, GARBC Baptist fundamentals. And
Goodness.
she'd be there and she'd just be going, "You motherfucker," at that damn dog. Oh, Jeff Farmer. Yeah, that was the fake Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
John
Jeff
Cena,
Farmer.
Moby said.
John
Yep.
Cena. It took me a while, because at first I hated it. But then after a while, even though he's kind of repetitive in the ring and stuff, I really got to enjoy, because you can tell when they go off script, because everything in wrestling is pretty much scripted these days, okay?
Right, yeah.
So when seeing him in Bumblebee really made me appreciate him for an actor.
Right. Yeah.
But wrestling, it was just by being exposed to him and seeing how he was, and then finding out about all of his, he has the most Make-A-Wish fulfillments of all time.
That's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Even though he's supposed to be retiring from the ring completely next year.
Yeah.
Where was that this year? I forget. One of the two. He said that he's not going to stop until he's done at least 1,000.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So this is
God.
somebody that actually cares about his fans, cares about the kids, cares.
Right.
I mean, this is a guy. Yeah, he's had his issues with alcohol and stuff, but what wrestler hasn't? But
Yeah.
it's just, he is. Here, let me pull this up, because
Okay.
how many Make-A-Wishes?
Interesting.
That is,
Yeah, me too, Moby. That's very impressive. And for him to have a goal.
650 wishes.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That's incredible.
650. Yeah.
wow.
That is
Dang.
just. And there's been times that he's flown from, like, he flew once from, forget what he was doing over there, but he flew from the Middle East to fulfill a wish.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
On his dime.
Wow.
Dang.
He paid
That's
for it.
incredible. That's
is.
incredible.
I love the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We went to Disneyland with them when my daughter was sick. Yeah.
Oh.
I love it. I love Make-A-Wish.
Right.
There's a couple stories about Ultimate Warrior just being a dick about Make-A-Wish kids.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Ultimate Warrior was not a very nice guy.
No.
In
I
real life.
remember my son telling me that.
Yeah, he was a dick.
Yeah.
But
That's sad.
But he did make his mark. And then he died, he got inducted to the WD Hall of Fame, and then he died the following Tuesday.
Oh, no. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He had a heart attack, which is what his father had died of, and men in his family didn't live long. So, he got to finalize his legacy. And they have something at the WWE that's at the Hall of Fame every year, and that'll be the end of this stream, I think, because my voice is for some reason starting to go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But what happened was, as a condition for him coming back, they had to institute something called the Warrior Award. And it's somebody who, like, one of the recipients was the person that worked in the office to make sure that Make-A-Wishes were fulfilled. and stuff. People who make a positive difference in the world get this award. And as part of his return and everything, he requested that this award be made. And now they celebrate it every year for somebody that embodies the quote unquote warrior spirit, and will fight adversity and stuff. And they give it away. They give it to somebody every year at the WWE Hall of Fame. And I think that is, for his character, that's a way to remember his character.
Right. Yeah, that's
No.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Well, since this is Rev's show and his voice is leaving him, I think we'll wrap it up here. Can y'all? Yeah, you can hear me. I appreciate each and every one of you that came by and spent the time with us tonight. Let's see, Rose, I'm glad that you came, and if anybody hasn't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Hit the like button on your way out the door, and we will be back on Saturday night for a game night, so hope everybody joins us then.
And
Rev, any final
just so
words?
you know, next Wednesday is going to be whatever thing comes to mind. I'm not going to announce it. We're just going to play it by ear.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I like that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Sue, any closing words? Rev, you go ahead and go first.
Not much. Just good to be back and
Yeah, glad to have you back here.
ready to plan another vacation.
I'm
kidding.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And you come back to an extra co-host.
Yeah, I know. That's cool.
Yeah.
But it's only on Wednesday nights.
Yeah. No vacations planned unless I go home in November. That's it. So but I'm still waiting to decide.
Moby said this was a fun and informative discussion. Rev is walking knowledge. Absolutely, he is. I'm just impressed. And like we were talking the other night, I don't know how many of you heard this or didn't hear this. I really want Rev to message me one day and say, "Hey, on Wednesday night or whatever, we're going to do." Because I want to see him drawing while we're streaming, and just start drawing whatever comes to mind. Rev, I heard that. I really want to do that.
Well, what I might do is, because of the way that I work, what I might do is work on inking a piece.
On
That's
what?
already when I'm going over it and putting the ink over it.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Because my process is pretty involved.
Right.
I can imagine.
So,
Yeah. I mean, your work is pretty involved. Anybody with
just wait
with
until
eyeballs.
Just wait until you see the piece that I've been working on while we've been streaming here.
The bird, or did you?
I love his work.
Oh, this is not a bird.
Okay.
This is a nature piece. I took a picture when I was when I went on that hike that I was telling you about, because last Sunday my wonderful fiance and I went on a hike, and I realized that when they said be in shape, they did not mean round.
That's funny.
That's usually not what that means.
I might have to use that one.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm almost recovered from it.
Oh my gosh.
But I took some pictures and
Great. I can't wait.
Oh, that's cool.
floating around
I can imagine that drawing. Oh.
Listen, I always go to his page.
Well, this isn't of the waterfall. This is of the canyon that it was going through. I'm going to do one of the waterfall itself.
Right. Gorgeous. Right. I can't wait.
That's
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I will tell y'all something right quick, which Rev has already seen it because I sent it to him the other day. Since we're talking about wrestling, this was not wrestling, but My second born grandson actually turned 16 on Labor Day, right? So his name
Right.
is Clayton. And I was down there spending time with my son and his family and my grandchildren, the 4 boys. So on Friday, before they got out of school, my grandson got into a fight.
Oh no.
And yeah, and it just so happened that Will, my oldest grandson, his best friend was in that class with him. Because it's all high school, right? And
Right.
filmed the entire thing.
Oh no.
And yes, I mean I gave him a good talking to, but he flat clocked that boy. And his mom and daddy thought it was so cool, but I got on to him about it. Now, I do enjoy looking at that video, but I mean, and Red was like, he needs to be in. Yes, I don't know what the outcome has been of that yet. They were supposed to go to the school board on Tuesday, or it could have possibly been today, to find out if they were going to get a 15-day alternative school or a 3-day suspension. Which I agreed with Reb. That alternative school is a joke. Like they go in there and sleep. Okay.
Oh yeah, they need
Yeah.
something different.
Yeah. He needs the suspension, but I see everybody's giving their weather report too. So we were 80 something today, Evan, but you are a little bit, south east of me. Evan's from Alabama too, Sue.
Yeah, all
Oh,
you freaking
okay.
people from Alabama.
We were in
He's
the 80s.
yeah.
Yeah, we were in the 80s today. So.
Evan is an Auburn fan.
Oh.
Oh.
I still can't find a college team that I like down here in the South, so I'm still sticking with my Huskies. So
I'm U of M or MSU.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm Alabama or Alabama.
I'm University of Washington Huskies, so
Yeah.
I'm far away from home.
Okay, I was raised right too, Evan. No, I do pull for Auburn, when they're not playing Alabama, because either way, I'd like to see that, that crystal ball be back in Alabama every season. So, yes, she's talking about the
that
Washington
up here
Huskies.
in Michigan, damn it.
Yep, Washington Huskies.
Okay. All righty,
Yeah.
we're going to say good night,
All
y'all.
right.
Good night,
Good night, Stu Allen.
Bye.
We will talk.
Good night.
I got to
Bye-bye.
get. Bye. Gosh. I give up. Talk to y'all later. Night.